guys doing? As always, thanks for coming to my channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, as it helps with the algorithm and more people are able to discover my channel. And I want to talk to you guys really briefly about basically how to get here. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, what I would do is just book a one-way flight. Like, it don't matter what country, whether it's Dominican Republic or not. Like, once you book a one-way flight, it's like you already know, like, it's set in stone. You're not changing it. You can change it, you can cancel it, but you already know, like, all right, dang, it's serious. Like, I put my money into it and it's time for me to go. Like, so I recommend you do a one-way flight here. It doesn't even matter the city. Now what I do is I go to any city that's cheap. I'm thinking finance at this point. I'm broke, I want to move, but it is, you know, I'm on a fixed income. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the cheapest city, whether I'm going from Miami to New York, whatever the city I'm flying from, whatever city that's cheap to go to in the country that I want to go to, that's the city we going to. And you might think like, well, I don't really want to move to that area, but that's the thing, you in the country. So now you in the country, you got other ways to move around. You catch a taxi, you catch a bus, you know, guagua. Some places got Uber and trains where you could go from point A to point B. Now that you in the country. And for people who's indecisive about, like, they don't really know what city, this is the best thing for you, because all right, you in this city, for you land in this city, now this give you time to stay there for a week or a week and a half and see whether you like that city or not. If you don't, then move on and go somewhere else. Now what I recommend is do Airbnb. Do Airbnb for a weekend or week. Don't do no Airbnb for a month. I don't recommend that at all. The reason I don't recommend for anybody to do an Airbnb for a month, especially if you haven't seen that apartment before, is because what if you don't like the apartment? So now you in an apartment you don't like and you stuck out of money. Now I recommend, if you see an Airbnb you like, book it for 2 days or 3 days. Now if you like it more, then extend it. Talk to the owner or the host and then extend it. Don't just book it no Airbnb for no 30 days and you ain't see the place, because pictures could be deceiving. And then sometimes the comments, it be off. Some people comments is helpful. Some people comments that, you know, they just try to be nice and they ain't really being honest on what these places really look like or like what they had to deal with. So I would not recommend somebody to book an Airbnb straight out for 30 days without seeing their place. Now book it for a few days or a week and then decide, yeah, I want to stay here for 30 days. But yeah, don't do that. So that's what my recommendation. Book a one-way flight here to the country. The cheapest city you want to go to, the cheapest city they offer, go to that city, stay there for a week. If you like it, stay. If you don't like it, you got modes of transportation to move on and go somewhere else. All right, now when it comes to these apartments, if you watch my channel, I tell you, don't do what I did. I've already scheduled my apartment and booked my apartment and basically like put my deposit down before even stepping foot in my apartment. I don't recommend doing that. It worked out for me, but it might not work out for y'all or some of you guys. So, because you hear horror stories all the time where people got these apartments, it ain't where it is, not what it is, or people is like, basically like hyping up the rent. There's all types of stuff going on. So this way, if you could be here in person, see the apartment, get an Airbnb first. While you here, tour the apartment, see the owner, talk to the owner. You gotta understand how much the rent is, what you gotta be accountable for, and that's what I recommend. And also, when you get these apartments, if you want to leave, just leave. Don't be scared to leave and be like, oh, I don't want to. You might lose a deposit, but it's not like, yo, I gotta pay a cancellation fee, or you know how you got a contract and you want to cancel it like how back in the States. Ain't like that here. Just leave. I heard somebody who like paid like $1,300 just to cancel out their apartment lease. Well, why y'all paying that? That's crazy, because it's like when you leave, who they gonna track down? Nobody. Who they gonna call? Nobody. Ain't nobody. They just gonna be out. So and they're gonna take their security deposit. It's not like they're gonna leave with no money. They're gonna still have your security deposit. So what I recommend for you guys to do is to don't be tied down to one place if you didn't see their apartment. Now if you came here and visit and you seen the apartment, then I recommend you guys to go to the apartment you like. But and when you ready to leave, just go. Um, let me think. All right, for the ones who said, cause I have some people who like on my phone, and if you are not a fan of social media, the only way you could really meet people prior to coming here, which is basically through social media, you have to basically come here to the country, go to places like I would recommend, go to like, depends on the area, go to the mall, go to the beach, go to like touristy areas, touristy attractions where you know other expats and foreigners gonna be at. Um, you can even ask at hotels or ask like local bars, like, hey, where do expats hang out? They know because they know they not really there. They know expats is gonna be in these places. This way you could go there and meet other people. Go to meetups, but you wouldn't really know the meetups. You're not in social media, but at least you go there, exchange numbers, meet people, and that's the way I would recommend. And what else do I want to talk to y'all about? I can't really think. I'm just rambling because I really want to talk to you guys. If you got any ideas of videos, please let me know. Um, but yeah, one more thing. Do not overpack. I'm telling you right now, 9 to 10 these apartments you guys are gonna pick. These apartments are gonna be fully furnished, with everything you need, like pots, pans, everything. Even your, like, you already know, your Airbnb is gonna be fully furnished, and then you're gonna have apartments that's fully furnished, unless you decide to do an unfurnished apartment. And if you haven't watched my apartment video about how to select apartments or how to find apartments, I will link it up in the comment. But I recommend, do not try to overpack, because if you are not 100% sure that you want to stay in this city or stay in this country, you're going to be basically carrying around luggage from city to city. And if you like me or some of the people I know who came here with 7, 8 bags, who trying to stay at, just say you stay in a Punta Cana for a week, and then you carrying around bags to another country, no, another town, whether it's Santo Domingo, for another 2 weeks, and this place and that place. And like, if you like me, I'm cheap. I don't want to take no taxis. Taxis are convenience, but taxis it's expensive. It's like $150. It depends on how far you're going. It's like $150. So who got $150 just to spend on taxis? I could be doing a whole lot of way more with $150. So I take the bus. But who want to be on the bus taking all them different luggage? Now, it's a simple like, it's real smooth to do it, but who really want to do that? Especially when you got kids. So I recommend, try to pack, minimize the pack, and like, see what you got in your bags and see if it's worth bringing it. 9 to 10 it ain't gonna be worth bringing it. And if, for the people who got storage like me, I still have my storage unit. If I go rewind time, with the rewind time, I would just get rid of all my stuff, because it's like, now it's been a year, my stuff been in storage, it's just been sitting there collecting dust, and yeah, I would just really get rid of it. I'm in the process now. I talked to my stepdad that I want to just basically just sell everything, or probably find an apartment back home, put all the stuff in the apartment, and then Airbnb out the apartment. But yeah, it's time for me to get rid of that stuff. I haven't laid eyes on none of that stuff in probably 7 months. But it's time. And if you can eliminate and just sell everything, then get rid of it. Because the chances you probably having this stuff in the storage and bringing it here is slim. Because then you have to pay, now you have to pay to ship it. Then you have to pay tax. And then stuff might get lost in customs, and you might have all types of issues. Now some people don't, but some people do, so be careful and double basically think to yourself whether those items are worth keeping or not. But that's really it. If you're gonna be in Sosua the 21st weekend, so on the 21st, that weekend, if you want to be in Sosua area, let me know. I'm going to come. And if I'm going to come, I'm going to go there and see 2 families I know. And, enjoy our time. So if you there, let me know. And have a good day, y'all.